Good morning, familia. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, dudes and dudettes, chewies and chewettes. It is viernes, it is Friday, and the market will open in 3 minutes.
Boom shakalaka!
On Monday, the market will be closed, guys, just to let you all know. But yes, we got a few articles that I wanted to review with all of you. And if you have any questions, any articles you want me to check out, honestly, like whatever it is, companies, crypto, let me know in the chat and let's get it started before the market opens, because I usually do this before the market opens. It is a yes, ladies and gentlemen, today's a big one. Nvidia earned crush expectations. PCE inflation came in exactly as expected. And we've got AI stories from Dell and Alibaba, plus some geopolitical drama with Venezuela. Let's chill, check the heat map, and see what's happening in the crypto bubbles. S&P futures negative 0.2%, Nasdaq negative 0.3%, and the Dow negative 0.2%. Yields steady, 10-year at 4.22%, 2-year at 3.65%. PCE inflation, ladies and gentlemen, PCE inflation. Very, very important. Ladies and gentlemen, inflation, PCE inflation in July matched expectations. Core 0.3% month over month, 2.9% year over year. That's the Fed's favorite gauge. So markets see this as keeping us on track for a September rate cut. Yes. And actually, September matches with my when I'm steady economically, bro. But anyways, consumer spending jumped 0.5% and personal income 0.4%, showing consumers are still healthy and willing to spend. Yes, I actually got some tacos yesterday. It's raining tacos. But anyways, Nvidia and AI boom, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, for Nvidia, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the charts in tradingview.com. I know it's Friday, and you guys are like, oh, David, oh, King. So Nvidia from 180 down to 178. But Nvidia earnings, again, crushed it. Revenue and guidance beat, plus they announced a 0.01 dividend. Still, stock dipped slightly. Classic sell the news. Analysts are calling demand 10-1 versus supply for AI chips. Hopper and Blackwell GPUs remain sold out. Wall Street says we're still early innings in the AI super cycle. Dell, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and pull up Dell. Dell Technologies. I remember everybody had a Dell, bro. From 134 to 123. Dell also raised its AI server revenue outlook to $20 billion for FY 2026, showing the boom is spreading across hardware makers. Meanwhile, Alibaba, guys, Baba, from 119 to 128. Look at that analysis, guys. David, what is that? Welcome, Afnan. Meanwhile, Alibaba unveiled a new AI chip to reduce reliance on Nvidia in China. It's designed for inference, whatever, not training, but still keeps AI growth alive over there. Oh, my bros, look at that. And Mizuho called it, and the market is open. There you go. We got a weekly candle starting bullish. Let's go. 7.7% up for Alibaba. Guys, look at that. Insane. Very, very good. And finally, let's talk about some political tensions that is happening, guys. Yes, geopolitics. The US deployed 7 warships and a nuclear sub near Venezuela. Maduro called it a propaganda stunt, but tensions are rising. Corporate news. Let's talk about Apple real quick, guys. Apple. Where are you? AAPL from 200 Yo, whoa. Yesterday we closed at, let me see, 232.90. We're at 232.70s. We're doing good. We're in a resistance, but I think we're gonna continue with the upside, bro. That monthly candle is gonna be important. Look at that monthly candle. Hopefully holds up. Very, very bullish indeed. But it says over here, Apple warns that UK competition rules could hurt users and developers. On the other side of the news, guys, MSFT Microsoft, which is currently at $507. That monthly candle was bearish, but the month hasn't been done. It says over here, Microsoft fired 2 workers after a sit-in protest over ties to Israel. And finally with Google, wow, look at Google, $211. I told you guys we were gonna retest the resistance. Google, it says over here, YouTube reach a deal with Fox to keep NFL and college football games on YouTube TV. Now let's move to Tesla. Tesla currently at 348, back to the resistance level. Tesla's Europe sales slump, 40% year over year in July, while Chinese rival BYD surged 225%. But you can see that Tesla is holding up pretty well. Let's see if we break the resistance. I think we're gonna break it, bro. If not today, maybe next week. I see higher highs, higher lows. This is gonna be an easy one. If it does drop, if it drops to 320s, it's a buy for me, my friends. Nothing else. I mean, I'm not saying what to buy or sell, but anyways, let's get to the crypto. Ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin currently sitting at 110,000. Oof, we broke the trend line and we're back down. That was a fake out. Let's see if we can create a double bottom. If we do create a double bottom, watch out for the break of our resistance. But honestly, we can still go down to 100Ks, 190s, and if we do, don't be sad, bro. Be glad, bro. Look, Ethereum was looking good. Now we're at 4,300, negative 3%. EXRP, negative 3%, 2.86. Cardano, negative 2%, 83 cents. Dogecoin, 21 cents, negative 3%. And even Solana, 1.7% down. But Solana looks to me pretty good, bro. I'm not gonna lie, out of all the cryptos that I just reviewed, Solana is the best one. But let's keep an eye on things, guys. For example, Coinbase currently at $306. If Coinbase is getting a buy signal over here in the daily time frame, let's keep an eye on that as well. Definitely bullish on this for long term, but if we drop, bro, I'm gonna capitalize on the drop opportunities. But anyways, other things that I'm keeping an eye on, for example, Rivian 1385. We're doing very, very good, guys. Entries over here at 1230s. The reason that I enter is because we retested this trend line here. Not complicated, no more complicated than that. 1385 right now. Palantir 157, a little bit down. Yes, sir, but we did break a trend line. If we don't break this trend line here, I think that we're gonna drop to 120s, but time will tell. SENS 46 cents. This is actually not doing bad. That weekly candle, not that bad. The monthly and the monthly, not that big of a movement. So definitely want to watch out. SENS, you know, a penny stock that I've been watching for so long. And let's get to the stock market heat map, because this will give us a better perspective of how the market is doing. And we're gonna look at the crypto bubbles as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up those two. So stock market heat map, as you can see for the day, we are gray, a little bit of green, a little bit red, but mostly gray. Red, tech, Nvidia, AMD. I see even TXN, Dell is down. Even Meta is down. Palantir, Oracle. But I see some green. ADSK. In other areas, for example, producer manufacturing, we're red. CAT, CAT, DE, AMAAT, LR, LRCX. And I see some green like utilities, PCE, ELV in health, but not that much of a movement. I think there's gonna be people taking profits maybe for the long weekend, for the vacations. That's kind of what usually happens. But I don't know, it's pretty steady. That's actually pretty good signs. Crypto bubbles, on the other hand, is very, very red. So, I mean red, but we got PYTH, Pith, is actually up 97%. If you put $100, maybe you did 197 now. You're at 197, so that's pretty good. But anyways, guys, that's all I wanted to cover today. If you have any if you have any recommendations, just submit them. The DXY is currently at 98.06. I actually didn't want to get in the dollar this week. I did enter. I lost some money, but it was like a very low, risk trade. But I do want to see the DXY do something better. I kind of like what I'm seeing here, bro. I'm kind of starting to see a double bottom here. Just gotta. I think I will wait for one more confirmation. Maybe. Look at it weekly, monthly. Bro, that monthly, if that monthly pushes up out of the blue, that's gonna be crazy. That weekly, still bullish. That daily looks very good, honestly. If he engulfs, whoosh. Not confirmed. It doesn't have a wick on the bottom. This is not good. Not looking good. But on the other hand, we called it gold to the upside, bro. 3,421. Look at that. Very, very nice for gold. Euro USD consolidating. Yeah, consolidating, I would say. I didn't like Euro USD this week, honestly. Yeah, we're in consolidation. Just keep an eye on that. GBP USD, the same. Look at this. Actually, this respected this zone here. And let me pull out for a little bit. Let me clean this. It's a little bit messy. So smaller time frames taking over. But okay. I did get some good analysis here. There you go. The weekly a little bit bearish and the monthly still bullish. Anything can happen, bro. It's a Friday. I don't like Fridays, honestly. So I'm definitely want to watch out for all of this for next week. USD JPY consolidating. Look at that consolidation. And like I said earlier this week, guys, next week is gonna be very, very, very important because first off, next week, Monday, we have bank holiday, so no volume. There's not gonna be a lot of volume on Monday, guys. Okay. Tuesday, ISM manufacturing PMI volatility, red folder. Red folder Wednesday, JOLTS job openings. Thursday, red folder ADP non-farm employment change. Red folder Friday, average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, and unemployment rate. So be very, very cautious. Okay, guys. Friday gonna be very, very interesting. And you can see right now, Bitcoin just still going down, guys. Kind of expected this. I think it can even drop even further. 96,000. Definitely can get 100Ks, 90Ks. Can definitely get there, guys. Be very, very careful when you're investing. Make sure you're investing money you don't need and take money off the table. Okay, guys? Be very, very cautious. But anyways, that's all I wanted to review today, guys. It was a quick live stream. I know a lot of people are thinking, it's Friday, David. Not a lot of volume. Even though we got a little bit of red now, a little bit of green, a little bit of gray here and there. And that's gonna be it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right, fam? That's today's pre-market rundown and actually market open rundown. Nvidia still the king of AI, inflation is steady, consumer spending is strong, and lots of stories moving stocks. Smash that subscribe, drop your thoughts in the chat, and ladies and gentlemen, check out my music on all streaming platforms. The link is in the description. Check out my other YouTube channel, King David. I do gaming there. You already know, guys. We do the videos con mucho amor. And as always, have a beautiful day. Let's go!